Go.
So, good morning, everyone. I'm Allison Lo from Crackle, and I have a great presentation for you guys. So, just to kind of get a feel of the room, how many of you guys are familiar with Crackle, have heard of us, or maybe even watched some of our great original programming, such as Sports Jeopardy, Comedians and Cards and
Yep,
Coffee?
I've watched
Yeah,
Comedians and
cool.
Cars
So,
and Coffee. Yeah.
I see some hands up there. So, one of Crackle's strong points is that not only are we a TV network and a studio, but we're also a streaming service. And we deliver an over the top experience to our consumers, and it's available on every platform out there. And the best part of it all is that it's 100% ad supported. So, as you can see, we're kind of like the perfect hybrid between TV and an on demand viewing experience. And my goal here today, hopefully, is to provide you guys an overview of Crackle, like who we are, what we do, kind of how the TV landscape is changing, and how Crackle can provide you access to a very unique audience segment, mainly our mythical cord cutters, and kind of then go into our advertising opportunities and the spots that we have available in our upcoming 2016 slate of original programming.
Great.
So let's kick this off by showing you a quick video of Sony and what we're all about in Crackle.
Great.
So, as I mentioned earlier, we're both a TV network and a studio. So, Crackle, we're on the same movie lot that produces as Sony Pictures Television, music, entertainment, and PlayStation. So, we have access to all of these, and we can work with any of our other divisions across the board to help bring you an advertising experience that will cater to your needs. So, did you guys know that 40% of homes use subscription video on demand, and that of that 40%, 13% have at least two or more type of subscriptions?
Is that like Netflix kind of stuff, or what is when you say SVOD? What do you mean?
So, subscription video on demand are any subscriptions that you pay for. So, yes, it would be like Netflix, Hulu, and
I didn't know it was that high.
yeah, it is. So, the thing about that is that because it's subscription based, you can't target your audience as well because it's not ad supported like television.
Got it.
And for the most part, for SVOD, you can't directly advertise as well on that. And with Crackle, we can help you reach those streaming cord cutters because we are ad supported. So, like I said, 62% of cord cutters plan to replace their television service, and from a study that we did with Majid, most cord cutters said that their platform of choice would be connected television. And so, just to give you some idea of Crackle, our information, we have 27 million monthly uniques and 174 million monthly streams, with a 95% completion rate and over up to 327 minutes per visitor. So, as you can see, we're available on all these different platforms, whether it's on your laptop, mobile, connected TV, PlayStation.
Great.
These are some of the brands that we've worked with in the past, and as you can see, we've got some big name brands up there from all different divisions. And here are some of the statistics on completion, viewability, and their overall brand lift. To give you an idea of who our demographic is, we are 54% male, 70% are aged 18 through 49, and our average median age is 28 years. Our target audience are who we call the rechargers. These are basically young, educated professionals who make about like $75,000 or more, and they like to come home after a long day of work and recharge by just turning Crackle on and catching up on some, TV shows or movies as a way to refresh after a long day's work. And like I said, we are both a TV network and studio, so we provide programming from all across different studios. It's not just Sony information. We have 1,600 hours of programming, and we curate it like you would on any studio or network, and the content constantly refreshes each month. One of the unique features about Crackle that gives us this television-like viewing experience is our always-on concept. Basically, the moment you turn on Crackle or the app, will always have something playing on in the background. as you scroll through, looking for TV shows or whatever, kind of like as if you were to turn on your own television and have something playing in the background while you go scroll through the TV guide channel to look for it. So it's essentially the same concept. So here's an idea of how our always on works. And so no matter what your living room is, because like I mentioned, the TV landscape is changing, you can get Crackle whether you watch TV through a gaming console, a streaming console, a smart television, or whether it's mobile, online, and we're even available on airplanes. So why should you guys advertise with Crackle? We're not saying that stop spending advertising on television. We're saying that you should add Crackle as a supplement to your advertising reach because we can provide you a way to reach, core countries that you would not be able to reach with advertising just on television. So by advertising with us, we'll offer you a addressable TV reach, meaning you can reach people with connected TV or IP-enabled addresses. And with our audience management platform, you can address specific viewers depending on who you're looking for, whether it's males, females, and we'll match you up with that based on our database. And then we'll use Nielsen ComScore and our Adobe management platform to help reach and get the demographics that you need, and we'll also provide you brand metrics and audience metrics on how your campaign did. So how our data management platform works is that we'll use first party, second party, and third party targeting to reach the audience that you would like to reach. And as I said, here's some metrics on past advertisers that have advertised with us. The yellow is basically if you were to advertise with television only, and the orange and blue were if you were to add and supplement Crackle to your advertising spend. So as you can see, everyone who advertised with us had more of an incremental increase. So like I said, Crackle is both a studio and a network, and just like any network, we have a lot of original programming that is catered towards our recharger audience. And some of the upcoming ones I'll be telling you about are Joe Dirt, Dead Rising, Jeopardy, as you can see on the screen. So here's a little
Great,
video.
yeah, cool.
So one of the ways that you can advertise with us is product integration. So have you guys heard of the Art of More?
I've just seen some ads around town on like bus stops and stuff for it.
So if you advertise with us and get in early with us, we can actually integrate your product line into our stories. That's one of the great things about us being both a network and a studio. So this is an ad that we did with Infinity, and since they came to us early on in the production process, we were able to write their vehicle into our storyline and use them as part of the entire season. And so just to give you an idea of the Art of More, it's basically about the auction house world in New York and the things that people will do to sell or obtain a piece of art. And we have some great, casts as well. Dennis Quaid, Kate Bosworth, Christian Cook, and Carrie Ellis. So we have some great talent. Next, we have Super Mansion. This is also a great program to advertise on, whether through it's a program integration or just 10, 15, 30-second spots. And it's basically a animated series about superheroes that are all living together in the same mansion. It's brought to you by Bryan Cranston, who is the star of our Breaking Bad. So we have also great notable talent on there. Bryan Cranston, Seth Green, Keegan-Michael Key, and Jillian Bell. And then this is also one of our very popular programs that a lot of people like to advertise on. It's Sports Jeopardy, so it's a spin-off of our Jeopardy, but based on sports. And then we have Dan Patrick from the Dan Patrick Show as our host. We also have Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. This is probably one of our flagship shows that puts Crackle on the map. And it basically follows a bunch of comedians, Jerry Seinfeld, in cars as they talk about funny things and drive
Yeah, it's a
around
good
in
show.
cool
I've seen
cars.
it.
And then as for 2016, we have an incredible slate of programming coming up. One of our upcoming shows is going to be, it's called Startup. And it follows like three ambitious, idealistic, and unlikely entrepreneurs in the underbelly of Miami who will basically go through anything means necessary to get funding for their startup. So could be great for your product if you want to integrate it into our show as we're still in like the production and planning stages. Um, Dead Rising 2 or Dead Rising Watchtower is a sequel of original Dead Rising movie. It's in the planning process stages as well, and it will come out next year. And it's brought to you guys by people from Legendary and Capcom, and it's about an apocalyptic world where there are zombies. We also have Chosen. It's an action thriller. We're on the 4th season of this show now, and it's about these guys who get a box and a gun, and they basically have to eliminate someone before their time is up or be eliminated by himself. So it's a very popular action series, which might be a good fit for your product as well if you would like to integrate into there. And lastly, we're available on PlayStation, one of our partners. You can watch us on PlayStation View, and we have all of these tons of great opportunities for you guys. And
Wonderful.
I hope you guys will advertise with us.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for that's really great. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Good job.